Hello, welcome back to the channel. I got some new CT data to show off today, and ORS Dragonfly is actually working for a change, which is quite nice because it's practically my favorite. Now, it was broken for a while. Uninstalling and reinstalling would occasionally help, but this time it is actually helping. But that wasn't a permanent fix, so I don't know how long it's going to last. For now, I'll just be glad that I'm able to get back to work on 3D models, on which I've not gotten to work on very much recently. I've got a crested gecko that I got from Morphosource after a request that I'm going to be doing for research potentially in the future, and then I've also got a rodent of some kind to show off. So let's just get right to it and start showing you what I was working on. Well, as I load my data in as I'm supposed to with Dragonfly's import image method, I can't skip the crop step. Gotta make sure that I'm making this as easy to process as possible. So let's make sure I bring that crop down just like that. Make sure I'm not imaging things that I don't need to image. Yep, see, this is why you gotta be careful with that step though, because it's really easily possible to accidentally crop your object out of the render. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's finish this up here. Unfortunately, those are what my wait times are like. Before I render this, I like to turn off the rendering before I change the scene views. I found that sometimes is a lucky break against the nasty glitches that can sometimes occur. You know, I never realized it, but that red background on Dragonfly totally looks like the Looney Tunes "That's All Folks" title card. Yeah, but I don't like that. I'm gonna change that. And that's better. At least I guess. I kind of struggle with choosing the right color sometimes because I wear computer glasses that kind of have a obnoxious tint. I love the thresholding tool that comes with Dragonfly. I mean, it's so easy to use. I think 3D Slicer has a tool that works mostly like this. But look, I think I'm getting organs. Is that an actual brain or just the skull bones? A quick bit of window leveling in the 3D viewing plane. And we start to see the bones for sure, and maybe some internal organs as well. Certainly the outline of the body. See what a little bit of more window leveling fun can do for this raw data. Yeah, there seems to be a bit of noise there in the front. That's a little unfortunate. Man, this is going to be a narrow window to have to level. But that's starting to look like what the top of a crested gecko is supposed to look like, at least I thought. Well, I think I found the window that I need to hit in my segment, so I'm just going to go ahead and start setting that process up. Something tells me the point and click tool is not going to be the quick solution that I need in order to segment this very, very narrow window. But I think it'll work if you just want the bones in the model, which is pretty good news. Well, after nearly 45 minutes of messing with this thing, I guess I got something that looks like a crested gecko. If not some kind of zombie gecko. Oh man, there's a dang tag on its leg. Oh, this is gonna take forever to get. This is me messing around with volume thickness maps. Now, are those eggs in there? Well, it's worth learning about the volume thickness tool or volume thickness mapping, because this might look better than the other version. Not really sure. Well, that's enough on the gecko for now. Let's load up something that's a little more mammalian. I'm loading a new model from a different CT scan, and I'm going to crop this image just as before. And now we have to wait through another load time that's probably longer than it should be. I don't really get it. I mean, we got a decent graphics card. It's pretty big, but man, oh man, aren't those graphics cards important. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Yeah, this is looking pretty good now. Alright, let's get some segmentations going. I'm gonna try my hand and luck at a little point and click magic. Well, there you go, second time's a charm. Gotta get that spot right there. Now let me get a really good look at this thing from one end all the way to the other. And it's looking pretty well and completely segmented. So yay. Alright, so this is what the specimen appears as after several tools and adjustments to optimize the data, but to properly characterize this, let's take you back through every iteration of this process. Real quick, we have the raw CT data right here. We have the segmentation of that raw CT data, and then we have a contour mesh generated from that segmented section of the CT data. Now you can see topographic lines there that can be gotten rid of, so we apply smoothing applications, and we can do better than that, so let's go one more. And this looks pretty smooth to me. Now, I usually don't like to go overboard with the smoothing, because before you know it, you have something that doesn't even look really like a real object. So I don't really want to sacrifice that interpretation of the true CT data in order to just try to make it look good, because that can wind up making it look worse. So that basically is the rodent jaw here that I have. Now, thank you for listening. I really hope you appreciated the droll sense of humor, and I look forward to showing off some more CT projects and discussing some cool new topics that I've been thinking about lately.